All right, so you should have this document open, that lesson 4, Inferring About Characters, found in your Google Classroom assignments. So firstly, you want to put your name on here. I already did an example for you. So on page 3, we've had a challenge that Nancy Bobofit was harassing Grover on the bus. We have a quote from the book. The response is that Percy wants to defend Grover by standing up to Nancy Bobofit. And I can infer that Percy is a very protective friend and does not like to see people get bullied. We already talked about this. Let's move on to page 17. Page 17, there were a couple challenges. The first one we can say is that everyone is denying that Ms. Dodds ever existed, including Grover. Now, where did I find that? I found that on page 16. I'm going to change this to page 16 to 17. Quote from book. Every so often, I would bring a Mrs. Dodd's reference on somebody just to see if I could trip them up, but they would stare at me like I was psycho. This is found in the middle of page 16. All right, so our response to that, I want you to think about, what is Percy's response to this? Is he happy that everyone is denying? No, he's not happy whatsoever. In fact, Percy gets irritable and cranky. This can be found on page 17. I started feeling cranky and irritable most of the time. My grades slipped to E's to F's. He snaps and yells at the teacher. All right, so what can we infer here? What do we think from the text and from what we already know about Percy and characters? Do you think Percy can control his reactions all the time? Probably not, if he's getting irritable and cranky and his grades are slipping. So Percy can have a short temper and sometimes cannot control his reaction. All right, so I want you to do the rest, 2 more on this page. So making sure that you're putting the page number, you're putting the challenge that's on that page. How's Percy's response to it? And then what you can infer.